Did you know your risk of a heart attack doubles after the age of 65? That's not meant to scare you. It's a fact. But the real issue isn't age itself. It's what you do or don't do after 65 that truly matters. Many seniors unknowingly adopt daily habits that silently harm their heart health. The good news? You can take control today with simple, consistent actions that don't require expensive treatments or medications. Start with hydration. Drinking enough water each day keeps your blood from thickening, which reduces strain on your heart and helps prevent clots. Many older adults avoid water to reduce bathroom trips, but this can dangerously elevate heart risks. Next, avoiding smoking and secondhand smoke is crucial. Even if you quit years ago, your heart still benefits from staying away from tobacco exposure. Just weeks after quitting, blood pressure and circulation begin to improve. Daily movement is another key. You don't need a gym. Just 30 minutes of walking, dancing, or stretching can strengthen your heart, lower cholesterol, and stabilize blood sugar. Speaking of which, controlling salt and processed foods is vital, as excess sodium raises blood pressure and stresses your heart. Aim for less than 1,500 milligrams of sodium a day and cook fresh, whole foods when possible. Regular heart screenings are a must. Blood pressure, cholesterol, and glucose checks help catch silent risks before they become emergencies. Seniors often feel fine, but may still have dangerously high numbers without knowing. Stress management is also a powerful heart protector. Chronic stress tightens arteries and raises harmful hormones, leading to inflammation and poor sleep. Add calming rituals to your day. Deep breathing, nature walks, or simply enjoying music can relax your mind and protect your heart. Monitor your blood sugar even if you're not diabetic. Unstable glucose can damage arteries and increase heart attack risk. Eat fiber-rich foods, healthy fats, and avoid sugary snacks. Check your cholesterol yearly and maintain healthy levels by limiting fried foods and including heart-friendly options like oats, fish, nuts, and olive oil. Blood pressure, the silent killer, needs close monitoring too. Keep it under 120/80, limit salt, and manage weight and stress to avoid long-term damage. Most importantly, the secret to heart health isn't in a single act. It's in the consistency of your daily habits. Whether it's skipping salty snacks, drinking water first thing in the morning, or going for a walk even when you're tired, every small step adds up. Heart attacks don't strike out of nowhere. They're built over time through years of small choices. But just as damage builds slowly, healing does too. You have the power to strengthen your heart, add years to your life, and improve your quality of living simply by making smart, mindful choices every day. Aging doesn't mean giving up. It means getting smarter about your health. Your heart is counting on you. Start now, stay consistent, and let every day be a step toward a healthier future. And while daily habits form the foundation of heart health after 65, it's equally important to recognize the broader lifestyle factors that contribute to long-term wellness and vitality in your senior years. Nutrition, sleep, social connection, and mental engagement all play critical roles in supporting cardiovascular function and overall well-being. Let's start with diet, not just low salt and sugar, but building meals that truly nourish the body. Emphasize plant-based foods, rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that help reduce oxidative stress on your heart. Leafy greens, berries, whole grains, legumes, and heart-healthy fats like avocados and walnuts should become staples in your daily meals. Avoid trans fats and processed oils, which silently damage arterial walls and promote plaque buildup. Meal timing also matters. Eating earlier in the evening allows your body to process nutrients more effectively and may reduce nighttime blood pressure spikes. Alongside diet, quality sleep is another pillar of heart health. Unfortunately, many seniors struggle with insomnia or fragmented sleep, which increases the risk of high blood pressure, arrhythmias, and weakened immunity. Create a calming bedtime routine, dim lights, avoid screens, and maintain a consistent sleep schedule. If you snore or wake frequently, it could be a sign of sleep apnea, a dangerous condition linked to heart failure, so talk to your doctor. Next, don't underestimate the power of social interaction. Loneliness and isolation in older adults are linked to higher rates of heart disease, depression, and even early death. Make a point to connect regularly, whether it's a phone call, a walk with a neighbor, or attending a community event. These small moments of connection keep your heart and mind vibrant. Mental stimulation is just as essential. Learning new skills, doing puzzles, or even playing memory games can improve brain function and reduce stress levels, indirectly supporting heart health. Activities like reading, painting, or listening to music that brings you joy activate calming pathways in the brain and reduce harmful stress hormones. Spiritual practices, such as prayer or mindfulness meditation, also have powerful effects. They lower cortisol, reduce inflammation, and enhance emotional resilience. Even a few minutes a day spent in gratitude or silent reflection can shift your body's stress response and nurture a healthier heart rhythm. In addition, sunlight exposure and vitamin D levels should not be ignored. Seniors often suffer from vitamin D deficiency due to limited sun exposure, which has been associated with increased risk of hypertension and cardiovascular disease. Spend a few minutes outside each day and talk to your doctor about supplements if needed. Moreover, your gut health influences your heart more than most people realize. A balanced gut microbiome helps regulate cholesterol and reduces systemic inflammation. Include fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and high-fiber prebiotic foods such as garlic, onions, and bananas to maintain healthy digestion and nutrient absorption. Finally, make a habit of reviewing your medications with your doctor or pharmacist. Many older adults take multiple prescriptions, and drug interactions or side effects can unknowingly affect heart function. Some medications may raise blood pressure, while others might cause irregular heartbeats. A regular medication review helps ensure your regimen is both safe and effective for your current health needs. Remember, heart health is not just about avoiding disease. It's about creating a vibrant, fulfilling life in your later years. It's about waking up with energy, enjoying time with loved ones, walking without pain, and having the clarity and calm to appreciate each moment. Every positive choice you make compounds over time, strengthening not just your heart, but your entire being. So continue what you started. Drink your water, take your walks, eat your colors, calm your mind, rest well, stay curious, and stay connected. Because your best years don't end after 65, they begin when you decide to live with intention. Your heart, your mind, and your soul all thrive on care, consistency, and purpose. Keep going. Your future is still yours to shape. And as we continue building a life of heart-centered wellness in our senior years, it's vital to look beyond the body and even the immediate environment to include the emotional and spiritual dimensions of health. Those subtle, often overlooked elements that quietly influence everything from blood pressure to immune response. Emotional resilience, for instance, becomes a defining factor in how we respond to life's inevitable challenges, whether it's the loss of a friend, adjusting to retirement, or managing chronic health conditions. Resilience isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about cultivating a mindset that allows you to process emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Practices such as journaling, speaking to a counselor, or simply giving yourself permission to feel deeply and honestly are not signs of weakness, but acts of courage that strengthen your heart's rhythm in more ways than one. Gratitude is another powerful ally. Scientific studies now confirm what spiritual traditions have long known. Expressing gratitude daily helps lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and improve heart rate variability, a key measure of cardiovascular adaptability. Start or end your day by naming 3 things you're thankful for, no matter how small. Over time, this simple act rewires your brain toward optimism and peace, which in turn calms your nervous system and supports heart health. Furthermore, your home environment plays a larger role than most realize. Clutter, poor lighting, excessive noise, and even toxic relationships can raise stress levels, disturb sleep, and subtly tax your cardiovascular system. Create a living space that promotes calm. Use soft lighting in the evening, open windows for fresh air, reduce loud media, and fill your home with items that inspire joy or serenity, such as family photos, plants, or uplifting artwork. Your outer world often reflects your inner world, and a peaceful space promotes a peaceful heart. Financial stress is also an overlooked factor that burdens many seniors and quietly contributes to heart disease by sustaining chronic anxiety. If finances are a source of strain, don't ignore the issue. Seek out free community financial counseling. Look into senior support programs and discuss concerns with a trusted advisor or family member. Sometimes just having a clear plan and open conversations reduces the emotional toll and gives your heart a break from constant tension. Alongside these aspects, it's essential to nurture purpose. Studies show that older adults with a clear sense of purpose live longer, experience fewer heart problems, and recover faster from illness. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as tending a garden, volunteering once a week, mentoring younger people, or being present for your grandchildren. When you feel needed and valued, your body releases feel-good hormones that lower blood pressure and strengthen immunity. Spiritual connection also matters deeply, whether through faith, prayer, meditation, or connection to nature. Feeling connected to something greater than yourself helps regulate emotions, fosters inner peace, and can even improve survival rates after cardiac events. If faith is part of your life, lean into it regularly. If not, consider exploring nature walks, quiet contemplation, or community service as paths to spiritual fulfillment. And finally, always remember that joy is medicine. Laughter, creativity, playfulness. These are not luxuries, but necessities. Watch a funny movie, paint, sing, dance slowly in your living room, call an old friend, or spend time with pets. Joyful moments boost circulation, increase oxygen flow, and release protective hormones that support heart and brain health. They remind your body what it means to feel fully alive, even in the later chapters of life. So as you move forward, don't just focus on avoiding disease. Focus on creating a life that feels rich, connected, peaceful, and meaningful. Your heart thrives not just on clean arteries, but on love, purpose, rest, movement, beauty, and laughter. Build your days with intention. Keep learning. Keep loving. Keep choosing life with every step. Because the heart you care for today is the one that will carry you into tomorrow. And as we deepen our understanding of holistic heart health in later life, it becomes increasingly clear that nutrition is not simply about avoiding the wrong foods, but about intentionally choosing the right ones that fuel vitality, support circulation, and combat age-related inflammation, which is often the silent root of heart disease and many chronic conditions. A heart-supportive diet for seniors should be rich in colorful vegetables, leafy greens, fiber-packed legumes, whole grains, berries, and healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, and omega-3s from fatty fish such as salmon or mackerel, all of which provide antioxidants, reduce oxidative stress, and help keep arteries supple and clear. It's important to minimize foods that promote inflammation like processed meats, trans fats, sugary snacks, and refined carbs, which quietly erode cardiovascular health and contribute to insulin resistance, one of the leading precursors to heart issues. Meal timing also plays a significant role. Overeating at night or skipping meals entirely can destabilize blood sugar and put extra pressure on the heart. So maintaining a consistent schedule with balanced portions helps regulate metabolism and supports steady energy levels throughout the day. Hydration remains essential and should include not just water, but also heart-healthy beverages like green tea, hibiscus tea, or even moderate amounts of beet juice, which has been shown to support blood pressure and nitric oxide production. Beyond what you eat, how you eat matters too. Sitting down for meals, eating slowly, practicing mindful eating, and even sharing meals with loved ones can improve digestion, reduce overeating, and lower stress hormones. And then there's the crucial issue of sleep, often neglected yet vitally linked to heart rhythm, blood pressure regulation, and immune resilience. Seniors should aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night, ideally going to bed and waking at consistent times. Poor sleep has been directly tied to an increased risk of stroke, arrhythmia, and elevated blood pressure, while good sleep supports hormone balance and nighttime repairs cycles critical for cardiovascular recovery. Creating a bedtime routine, limiting screen time before bed, dimming lights in the evening, using calming rituals like herbal teas or gentle stretching can dramatically improve sleep quality and, in turn, overall heart health. Just as important as physical nourishment and rest is the power of social connection. Human beings are wired for community, and loneliness has now been declared as dangerous as smoking when it comes to heart disease. Seniors who maintain strong social ties through family, friendships, church, or community groups not only experience more joy, but also show significantly lower rates of cardiovascular complications. Loneliness increases cortisol and weakens immune defenses, while connection releases oxytocin and endorphins that buffer stress and support heart rate variability, an important indicator of cardiovascular resilience. If physical distance makes connection hard, phone calls, video chats, and even pen-pal relationships can offer emotional closeness that fuels health. Volunteering, taking up a new hobby in a group setting, or joining a book club or fitness class can reignite a sense of purpose and community, which strengthens emotional well-being and, by extension, the heart. Finally, we must not forget the role of ongoing learning and mental stimulation in heart health. Keeping the brain active through reading, puzzles, learning new skills, or taking part in creative pursuits like painting, music, or gardening not only reduces the risk of cognitive decline, but also improves mental health, decreases depressive symptoms, and encourages a more proactive approach to physical health management. A sharp, engaged mind motivates better lifestyle choices, inspires curiosity, and sustains motivation to keep moving, eating well, and staying connected. Ultimately, heart health after 65 is not defined by fear or fragility, but by empowerment, intention, and the willingness to care for your whole self, body, mind, and spirit in practical and joyful ways. Every small act of care, every nourishing meal, every phone call, every mindful breath, and every walk in the sun becomes a brick in the strong foundation of a long, vibrant life. Let your heart not just beat, but thrive with clarity, strength, and purpose in every precious day you're given. Building upon the foundation of physical health, emotional balance, and purposeful living, one must also consider the crucial role that environmental factors play in heart health, especially in older adults whose bodies may be more sensitive to subtle changes in air quality, noise pollution, and daily routines that either support or undermine cardiovascular well-being. Clean air is not just a comfort. It's a necessity for a healthy heart, and exposure to pollutants such as car exhaust, industrial emissions, or even household chemicals can increase inflammation in the blood vessels, raise blood pressure, and heighten the risk of heart attacks and strokes, making it vital for seniors to spend time in clean, natural environments whenever possible and to use air purifiers indoors or keep houseplants that naturally cleanse the air. Similarly, noise pollution, whether from traffic, construction, or even loud electronics, has been shown to trigger stress responses in the brain that can elevate heart rate and blood pressure over time. So creating a quiet, peaceful living space with calming music, soft lighting, and minimal clutter can have a surprisingly profound effect on heart health. Additionally, maintaining a structured and predictable daily routine helps regulate the body's internal clock, which influences everything from hormone release to blood pressure cycles. And older adults who maintain a steady schedule for waking, eating, exercising, and sleeping often report better energy levels, fewer health complaints, and improved emotional well-being. Beyond the physical environment, spiritual and inner life also play a vital role in maintaining heart health, as practices like prayer, mindfulness, or quiet reflection have been linked to lower levels of stress hormones, improved blood flow, and a greater sense of emotional peace that directly benefits cardiovascular function. Many seniors find strength and stability in spiritual traditions or daily gratitude practices that help them reframe challenges and foster resilience. And even those without formal religious beliefs can benefit from meditative practices that encourage presence and calm. Journaling thoughts, expressing appreciation, or simply sitting in silence for a few minutes each day can reduce anxiety, stabilize heart rhythms, and foster a deeper connection between the heart and the mind. In addition to these lifestyle elements, it's critical to address medication management and supplement use among seniors, as polypharmacy. The use of multiple medications is common after age 65 and can sometimes lead to unintended interactions that affect blood pressure, heart rate, or kidney function. Seniors should keep an updated list of all medications and supplements, regularly review them with their healthcare provider, and never start or stop anything without medical guidance. Some supplements, such as CoQ10, magnesium, omega-3s, and potassium, under supervision, can be beneficial for heart support, but they are not replacement for healthy habits or prescribed medications. Regular dialogue with a trusted doctor or pharmacist ensures that treatment plans remain safe, effective, and personalized as health needs evolve. Lastly, embracing a mindset of growth and possibility is perhaps the most underrated yet powerful force in protecting heart health. The belief that aging is not a slow decline, but a new chapter of discovery, contribution, and personal strength fuels motivation to keep making healthy choices, to stay engaged with life, and to nurture relationships, all of which are proven contributors to longevity and vitality. Whether it's learning to cook a new heart-healthy recipe, exploring a new walking path, mentoring a younger person, or simply reflecting on a life well lived, these acts of engagement keep the spirit youthful and the heart strong. After all, the heart is not just an organ that pumps blood, it's the center of your vitality, joy, and love for life. And with each choice made in awareness and care, you can ensure that your heart not only keeps beating, but continues to lead you through a life of meaning, strength, and connection. Every single day at AS, we continue building on the essential pillars of heart health and aging well. It's important to recognize the deep interconnection between social engagement and cardiovascular wellness, especially in later life when isolation and loneliness can quietly creep in and become chronic stressors that significantly elevate the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even cognitive decline, which is why fostering strong, supportive relationships and staying socially connected should be viewed as a form of medicine just as critical as exercise or nutrition, because meaningful human connection lowers levels of stress hormones like cortisol, boosts mood-enhancing chemicals like oxytocin and serotonin, and even helps regulate blood pressure and inflammation levels, all of which create a physiological environment where the heart can thrive. And whether that connection comes from long-time friendships, regular phone calls with family, community volunteering, attending local clubs or senior centers, or even joining online groups where seniors can share stories and laughter, the act of staying involved, being heard, and feeling seen plays a protective role, not just emotionally, but biologically as well, reinforcing the truth that we are not meant to age in solitude, but in circles of care and companionship. Moreover, engaging in creative or intellectual pursuits such as painting, writing, playing a musical instrument, learning a new language, or exploring history or philosophy through books and discussions not only stimulates the brain, but can have profound calming effects on the cardiovascular system by promoting flow states, which are moments of deep focus and enjoyment where time seems to melt away, allowing the nervous system to reset and the heart to settle into a rhythm of ease. And for seniors who may have more time and freedom in this stage of life, exploring these creative outlets becomes a powerful tool for purpose, joy, and long-term heart protection, as studies have repeatedly shown that a stimulated and curious mind contributes to better health outcomes, reduced inflammation, and slower biological aging. Equally important is maintaining a nourishing sleep routine, because sleep is the body's natural reset button, and a lack of restorative sleep leads to surges in blood pressure, spikes in blood sugar, increased appetite for unhealthy foods, and impaired healing processes, which together spell danger for the heart. So seniors should aim for 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep in a dark, cool, and quiet room, avoiding caffeine or alcohol late in the day, turning off screens an hour before bedtime, and possibly adopting a calming bedtime ritual such as light reading, soft music, or gentle stretching, all of which helps signal to the body that it is safe to rest, recharge, and repair. Finally, The importance of regular self-reflection and life review should not be underestimated, as many older adults carry unresolved emotional stress or grief from past experiences, and unspoken pain can linger in the body and manifest in subtle forms of chronic tension, fatigue, and emotional strain that directly affect the heart. So setting aside time to reflect, write, or speak with a counselor, spiritual guide, or trusted friend about the chapters of one's life can lead to powerful emotional releases, deeper self-acceptance, and a sense of closure that lightens the heart both metaphorically and physically. Because as much as medicine and movement matter, so too does the emotional freedom to forgive, to let go, and to celebrate the journey that brought you to this moment. And in doing so, you create a peaceful internal environment where the heart is no longer burdened by the past, but buoyed by the clarity of the present and the hope of tomorrow. This integration of body, mind, emotion, and spirit is the true essence of holistic heart health, especially in the golden years when every heartbeat carries not just blood, but wisdom, experience, and the quiet power of choosing wellness one day at a time. Building upon the foundation of emotional well-being, social connection, and purposeful living discussed in the previous part, it is now crucial to expand our focus toward environmental and lifestyle factors that subtly but powerfully shape cardiovascular health in older adults. Beginning with the quality of the air we breathe, because long-term exposure to pollutants, fine particulate matter, and poor indoor air quality has been strongly linked to an increased risk of heart attacks, strokes, and arrhythmias, particularly in seniors whose respiratory and cardiovascular systems are more vulnerable to environmental stressors, making it essential to ensure that living spaces are well ventilated, free from mold, smoke, and chemical cleaners, and supported with indoor plants or air purifiers where possible to reduce toxin load on the heart, while also encouraging outdoor activity in clean air environments such as parks or gardens, ideally during early morning or late afternoon hours when air pollution is lower and sunlight exposure can also help regulate the body's internal clock and boost vitamin D levels, which is another often overlooked but vital nutrient in heart health, as vitamin D plays a role in controlling inflammation, supporting healthy blood pressure, and regulating immune function. And with age, the skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D from sunlight. While dietary intake is often insufficient, so many older adults may benefit from getting their levels tested and discussing safe supplementation with their healthcare provider. In parallel, we must address the underestimated power of gut health on the cardiovascular system, because the gut microbiome, the vast community of bacteria living in our intestines, has now been shown to influence everything from blood pressure to cholesterol levels to inflammation. And a poorly balanced gut can contribute to systemic stress that weighs heavily on the heart. So seniors should strive to maintain a diverse and balanced gut microbiome by eating a variety of fiber-rich foods like beans, lentils, oats, leafy greens, and fermented products such as yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi, while minimizing processed foods, artificial sweeteners, and unnecessary antibiotics, which can disrupt this delicate internal ecosystem. And for those with digestive concerns, it may be helpful to consult a professional about incorporating prebiotics and probiotics as part of a HeartSmart dietary plan. Equally significant is the way we manage daily rhythms and routines, because consistency in waking, eating, resting, and sleeping patterns helps stabilize the body's internal systems, including hormone levels, digestion, and blood pressure, which are all key players in long-term heart health. And erratic routines or chronic jet lag from irregular sleep-wake cycles, often exacerbated by late-night television or stress, can lead to a state of internal chaos that silently taxes the cardiovascular system over time. So creating a regular daily rhythm that supports balance, calm, and predictability becomes not just a lifestyle choice, but a preventative health strategy. Furthermore, one must not underestimate the healing effects of nature exposure, as spending even 20 to 30 minutes a day in a natural setting can reduce cortisol levels, improve heart rate variability, and enhance overall mood, contributing to a parasympathetic response that allows the heart to rest and repair. So whether it's walking barefoot on grass, tending to a small garden, sitting by a lake, or even just looking at greenery through a window, these simple acts reconnect us with the natural rhythms of life that restore balance and reduce the modern burdens we unconsciously carry. Finally, embracing a mindset of continual learning and adaptability is essential for thriving in older age, because the willingness to stay curious, try new things, and accept change with grace creates a mental flexibility that protects against stress, sharpens the mind, and keeps motivation alive, all of which have positive ripple effects on the heart and overall vitality. And this mindset, combined with informed action, community support, and daily rituals of self-care, forms a resilient, adaptable, and heart-centered approach to aging, where every breath, step, and choice contributes to a longer, fuller, and more meaningful life. As we bring this journey to a close, it is important to reflect on the cumulative impact of all these interconnected elements: emotional well-being, social connection, purpose, environmental awareness, gut health, routine, and nature immersion, as they form the pillars of a life that not only endures but thrives in the later years. And perhaps the most profound lesson lies in recognizing that longevity is not simply about adding years to life, but about enriching those years with quality, autonomy, joy, and meaning, which requires a fundamental shift from reactive healthcare to proactive heart stewardship, beginning with the empowering realization that each small choice, from how we greet the morning to the people we engage with, the food we consume, the thoughts we entertain, and the stillness we embrace, carries the potential to either nurture or deplete our cardiovascular vitality. And this truth becomes even more urgent as the aging heart, though wise and experienced, becomes more sensitive to disruptions in physical, emotional, and spiritual balance, thus reminding us that tending to the heart is as much an art as it is a science. And this art includes cultivating forgiveness to unburden the emotional arteries, practicing gratitude to enhance physiological coherence, and engaging in acts of kindness and service, which not only foster communal bonds, but also elevate levels of oxytocin and endorphins that directly counteract stress and inflammation. And we must not forget the profound impact of spirituality or faith, regardless of tradition, because maintaining a connection to something greater than oneself, whether through prayer, meditation, nature, or sacred texts, provides a deep well of strength, peace, and resilience during times of illness, loss, or fear, offering the heart a sense of grounding and hope, which medical research now validates through studies on prayer and meditation that show reductions in blood pressure, heart rate, and anxiety. And as we age, embracing this spiritual dimension can become a vital source of renewal and meaning, especially when coupled with legacy work, which invites older adults to share their stories, wisdom, and life lessons with younger generations, preserving not only family and cultural history, but reinforcing self-worth and continuity, which supports cognitive and emotional well-being as well as cardiovascular harmony. And finally, the importance of self-compassion cannot be overstated, because aging inevitably brings change, loss, and limitation, but responding to these challenges with gentleness rather than judgment allows the heart to remain open, adaptive, and strong. And when older adults learn to extend to themselves the same kindness and patience they offer to others, they create an internal environment where healing and peace can flourish. And thus, the true secret to heart health in later life is not found in one miracle food or singular practice, but in the integrated dance of mind, body, and spirit, nourished through intention, supported by community, and guided by wisdom, which together create a rhythm of living that honors the heart, not only as a physical organ, but as the center of our emotional, relational, and spiritual lives. And in this way, we do not merely live longer. We live more fully, more gently, and more beautifully, with every heartbeat echoing a life well loved and well lived.